Good evening, one and all. Hopefully the microphone's working and everything's going. Had a bit of a moment because my internet decided to die. So thank you very much for joining me on this impromptu. Thanks to Carl and Steve and all of you, in fact. Bench build. So basically what we're going to do this evening is we are going to finish off the build of the horse cart that we started, if you remember. And he says, I'm so unprepared, honestly. Let me know if the screen freezes or there's any technical issues, because I got a sneaky feeling we might have one. Anyway, so I just want to take you over to here. So we are, Yen Models are the company in which this product comes from. And as you can see there is a lovely picture of it. We'll pop into the site, why not, while we're here. We're going to have a look at some of the things he does. Some lovely furniture and bookcases. I've not been on him for a little while, so there's some new, more new stuff. Church benches. Look at that. Loads of stuff. Loads. Anyway, so we're concentrating on this one here. It's the horse cart. It's currently at €39. And as you can see, it is a beautiful model that's made from plywood, laser board, brass wire, and some wooden rod. So there we go. Check out Yen Models. Yen's a really great guy. If you've got any questions or you're concerned anyway, I'll just pop that because you can see some different. This is ones that have obviously been built. Look at that. I'm not saying mine's going to be anywhere close to as good as that, but it is a very nice kit. So that's the kit there. Just let's highlight that. That's the kit as it came, as we opened it on the packet on Sunday. It's not. If you think it's daunting, seriously, it's not. It's not a daunting kit at all. So that's the kit there. Let's stop sharing that. Come back to me. Sorry. So it's a lovely kit. The code on it is A35031. And like I say, pop over to Yen's website. Some amazing stuff in there. Some extras for your dioramas, etc. I can't think of a better place to go to get some of the stuff. So forgive me, I've not silenced anything. So if there's any messages come through, they will ping. So there you go. So that's what we're going to be up to. Let's head over to the chat and just see who's in with us. We've got Lewis saying hello. Hello, Lewis. You right? Nat's with us. Dexterous Crafter. And who else we got? We got Stuart Bremer. He's in saying good evening. Working again tonight, but it is the last one of my shifts. So back to the bench tomorrow. Yippee! We've also got Making Models Haggis. Saying hello, people. Sorry. I'm rude and honest. Graham McRobert saying hi. People saying hello to one another. Always good to see people talking. Model Making Mayhem saying Ops Room. I got lost. Ha ha ha. We've got Richard Copeland saying hello again. We've got a Facebook user, which is Ron Hetum. He's on the watching on the Model Officers Mess Facebook group. Making Mayhem saying First Sergeant Mayhem platoon reporting in SAR. We got Steve, Totally Scale Models. And I think that's everybody. That's everybody mentioned. 13 people watching. It's a surprise. I didn't, because it was such short notice, I didn't think that many people were watching. So welcome and thank you very much for joining me. We've also got Johnny Burton. Evening, dude. Evening. You're right. Just to keep you updated as well, if you are watching on the Facebook page, anytime that we're streaming, if you just give permission for StreamYard to show your name, all that actually means is that I've got a chat on the screen here, which is in the program that tells me who it is saying hello or whatever. Otherwise, it will come up Facebook user. So not a big problem, because I have got that screen over there with it on just in case. It's just sometimes a little bit difficult. If there's a lot of chat in there, it doesn't save it all, so I might miss things. Just keep going through this, make sure everyone is everyone's saying hello to everybody. So there you go. The plan for this evening is I want to try and get this model done, finished. Originally, I was going to do it as sort of a what's in a box thing on the YouTube channel, and literally go through it, because there's not a lot to it. It's, well, this is it, and then make it. But obviously, we preempted that with what we did on Sunday. So, without further ado, and the most professional link ever, let's go over to the bench. Look at that. It's almost like I know what I'm doing. Model Making Mayhem saying StreamYard or StreamYard. It is StreamYard, actually, not StreamYard. So if I've said Scream, it's not. It's StreamYard. I don't know. It's probably the way I'm talking. Get my teeth back in. So yeah, all that is just a program that we use for doing the live streams, etc. So just to mention it, because it's there up in the top left hand corner, is the social media outlets for the Model Officers Mess. There's a Facebook page, there's the YouTube channel which you're watching on or not, and also Instagram. So keep an eye on all of those, because there will be some things coming up. I've challenged myself to a little build, but I'll tell you more about that another day. I may have mentioned it, and it may have popped out in some streams somewhere along the line. Nat's telling me almost James. And Model Making Man saying he's being a pest. Not at all. Not at all. I'll be honest with you, I do suffer from dyslexia. And one of the things that happens with me is when I talk fast or get excited, I can mispronounce my words or miss words out. And especially when I'm writing things, I generally will miss words out. So there you go. You get used to me. You sort of manage to translate what I'm saying as you go along with me, I'm afraid. So anyway, we've lost a couple, unfortunately. We're down to 11. But make sure you do your thumbs up, because we like a few thumbs up. Natalie and Lewis got 110% thumbs up on their first joint stream on Sunday. Not that I'm jealous in any way, shape or form, but yes, I look forward to those thumbs going up or down, whichever. Anyway, enough of my waffling. Let's get back to this. So, as you can see, this is where we got to on Sunday. I've not done anything more, and we're literally just putting the base together of the cart. The instructions are here, and as you can see, we have done this part here, part 1. We started to do part 2, and that's where we're going to kick off right now. So, put some specs on so I can see what I'm saying. I am going to try and keep an eye on the chat, and I don't expect this stream to go any longer than an hour, really. Obviously, tonight after me will be e-models. There are a few other things going on online, but I'll be honest, I'm not sure what they are. So if I'm interrupting or bumping into anyone else's time that they've had, I do apologise. It's just me being overexcited. So let's crack on. How's your day been anyway? Have you been to work today, or have you been locked in the house like myself? It would appear that I've got to carry on until the beginning of August until I can go to work. Yes, I'm upset about that. Not massively, but I am a little bit. Anyway, okay, so where did we get to? So we have done... we've done that, and that. So we actually need to go and find part 5, which was over here. Oh, I just noticed something. Oh no. Oh, that's not good. I might have lost a piece already. Sausages. Right, okay, well, we will just carry on with what we got. Different knife. Yeah, so congratulations to Nat and Lewis yesterday. An impromptu live stream, which was a success. I think we can all agree with that. It was great to see them actually as they are. They're an interesting couple because obviously they have a sense of humour that some people might not understand or misinterpret. And to see them on screen interacting with one another, actually, I thought done them the power of good. Because if there was anyone that was a little bit under the misguidance of how they interact with each other, I think that was pretty much cleared up last night. So well done, you two. We all in relationships have different ways of being, and there's nothing wrong with that at all. So congratulations to you two. I'm actually quite concerned because I'm missing a pair already. I obviously was far too good at tidying up yesterday. Okay. I've been fiddling with my paper model today, trying to get that done. So I have probably cleared up. It's not a massive problem. I can put that bit in at another time. So, right, before I go any further, I'm just going to quickly go through the chat, see what's going on. Otherwise, I'll get far too far ahead. Yeah, Lewis is in bed. And oh no, there he is. He said, I should be, but stream earlier went on a bit longer than expected. Yes, actually, what a nice surprise that was as well. If you're not aware, Lewis has decided to do, instead of doing stuff with his kids, which is great to see, he's actually started to build the HK 132nd Lancaster, which is, I've got that in my stash. It's a great kit. But he's going to do that live. Brave that he is. So there you go. He's just had his last 2 days off, and he's back to work at 3 a.m. tomorrow, going to Southampton. Well, you make sure you get your head down. I don't want you to suffer tomorrow, and I want you to drive safe. So you take care of yourself. Both Nat and Lewis are saying thank you for the comments I made about the stream. No, it was good. And Natalie putting her foot down and telling him who's the boss is. So Lewis, go to bed, or you'll be on the naughty step. Yeah, brave or stupid, you decide. No, I gotta be honest with you, I don't think you're stupid. You're a more than a capable modeler, and it'd be great to see how you put that together. It is a good kit, and I'm sure you won't have too many problems with it. It'd be really interesting to see how you do it as well. Right, okay, so with this, all we're going to do is just going to use some PVA adhesive, nice and easy. Like I say, I'm in a bit of a fluster because I didn't expect the computer not to be working. I've been on the computer all day, so it's not giving me any problems, apart from this evening when I went to start to go live. Usual story. Let's just make sure I'm doing that correctly. Okay, so that's going to go on to there. I believe, like so. Although I'm not convinced. Why am I not convinced that's correct? No, it seems to be the right place. And I don't think I have lost a part, actually. I think I just was expecting more parts than there is. So let that one settle. And what we'll do is we'll put that on safe so we don't lose that. And we will cut out our next bit, which is on here. Let's move these up. I'm not going to need those for a little while. Now, the part I need, we'll do part 8, I think, which is this one here. So this is, as I said, it is a mixture of plywood which is actually what I'm cutting now, is the plywood. Laser cut. And then you've got cardboard parts to it as well. Now, I remember the last time I said cardboard in a video in relation to a Yen Models kit, I got into trouble. It wasn't called part cardboard, it was called something else, but I've forgotten what it is. So hopefully Yen will join us in the chat. I did send him a notice to say that we were going live. If it doesn't, that's not a big problem. But it'd be nice to see you in the chat if you were there. So we will put a little bit of this on there. Now, like I say, I'm not going to be looking at the chat all the time. So if I miss a comment, I do apologise. But I hopefully will keep up with it relatively well. But we'll see how we go on. So obviously my fingers are going to get a little dirty because there is the soot, if you like, for want of a better phrase, of the where it's being laser cut. Oh, this is almost as bad as the paper model. It's not, honestly. Paper model's been driving me nuts, but we are getting progress. I'll show you that a little bit later on. I think that doesn't go there. I think it goes there. That would make more sense to me. Right, let's take that off for a minute. Taking that small bit off that we put on because I'm not satisfied that's the right place. What we'll do is we'll put this bit here across the front, and then we'll know exactly what we're doing. So that is part 9, which is this bit here. So like I say, this shouldn't take too long to put together. Or at least I'm hoping not. Right. Now, if I'm correct, I am. Right, okay, cool. Luckily, I did put that in the wrong place and I spotted that early. And that bit, yeah, put that in there like so. Luckily with PA glue, it does get a bit messy, but you can clean it off as you go. If you miss a bit, once it's dry, just a nice sharp knife, and you can take off the excess if you need to. So like there, I've got a little bit too much. And like all good things, it comes off nice and easily. So just press that into place for a minute or two. All right, while I'm waiting, I want that to settle. So I'm going to be brave. I'm going to hold it like that. And while I'm doing that, why don't we go over and check the chat? So Lewis is just saying there, oh, naughty step. I like the sound of that. Yeah, move on. You got to get some rest. That's not going to help. Making modeling mayhem said, I reckon stupid, but hey, that's a bit harsh. So he's also saying chipboard. I know they call thick modeling paper chipboard in Canada. Yeah, I'm not sure that's what it is, but it is basically card, so not a big problem. And Lewis just saying, just remember your thumbs up, guys. Yes, please. I'd be very grateful. 16 people watching now, which is lovely to see. So thank you for being with me. And lastly, Stuart's just saying, looking forward to getting on with his voodoo tomorrow. Just waiting for my broken trains to turn up. Get them fixed, hide from the boss, and then head down to work. Yes. Yeah, sometimes you do have to hide them from the boss. Talking about hiding things from the boss, I think Nat's going out to buy a Baneblade tomorrow while the boss is at work. So we're just going to reattach those bits that we had in the wrong bit. We had the wrong place. That's better. I mean, obviously for this base part, it is plywood, so you could use a wood glue. However, PVA will suffice. Oh, he says, look at that, it won't stick. It's because you're not using wood glue. Oh, okay, thanks. So the purpose of this cart, the whole challenge really, is we're going to try and make a diorama with a small in 2 weeks. Can have 2 figures on it and a cart, and it's going to tell a story, but I don't know what the story is yet. I haven't worked that bit out. We haven't got that far. So again, we've got a little bit too much of the glue there. Take a look, take the excess off. Ah, without knocking it off. Come on. Right. Stop fiddling with it. God, that's something my mum used to say to me many years ago. Stop fiddling with it, James, it'll fall off. Never did. Or it hasn't yet. Anyway. And we'll put that last bit in there as well. So all we're doing really is we're getting the base ready of our cart. He says, well, this is not playing. I think I've upset it. I think by comparing it to a paper model, I think it's got a little upset here. You're not really. You're all wood. Honest. I'm having trouble with my wood this evening. Oh dear. There we go. So like I say, stop fiddling with it or it'll fall off. Right, so we've got all that bit done. That's our second part done. Quick breather while that's setting, and I'll catch up with the chat. Apparently I'm starting. I'm not sure I'm starting. But yeah, just sneak down and get it while he's at work. He won't know. We won't tell him. Although he does say that, oh no, she's not. But thanks for calling him the boss. Yeah, it was a slip of the tongue. Honest. Molly Mayhem saying, I only think you're the boss, Lewis, if you're in the cab of your truck. Yeah, I think that's very true. And he then said, get 2. And Lewis has just said he's already phoned and checked that they don't have them in stock, but they can pre-order them, so that's fine. And he's just reminded me to stroke my wood nicely and say sorry. Yes, leave it. Well, no, to be honest, Lewis, I think like most people, like most men, you are the boss. Obviously, we know you're the boss. We don't need to confirm it. We just have to wait for Natalie to tell us that she's giving you the boss trousers. That's all. You wear the trousers in your house because she lays them out in the morning to tell you which ones you've got to wear. I know how it is. Don't you worry. So now we're going to get a little bit gluey because we've got a little base we're going to put on here, the base of our cart. What can go wrong? It's probably a bit too much glue. Making sure it's the right way around. Yeah, I thought that might be a little bit too much there. At my age, Lewis, I'm not sure stroking it's going to make any difference. I've got to be honest. But there we go. So we're just going to check how we put that on. We need a little bit of an overlap on the back there, which is what I thought. So is that up? Okay. So I thought, oh, rat bags, dropped it. Don't drop it. Whatever you do, don't drop it. So like that, like that. Okay. So now, this is it. No, I think we're where we need to be. So yeah, luckily we've not lost any parts. I was clever in how I stored it all like yesterday. Just going to clamp that for a little bit. Hopefully it doesn't shoot off in a strange direction. I'll make sure that holds that nicely in place. No special clamps here being used. These are nice and cheap ones. Get them from, if you're in the UK, you can get them from a place called Wilkinson's. Other stores are available, but these are nice and easy little nice and easy, friendly little clamps. Build it live, they said. Be fun, they said. What could go wrong, they said. Well, it's funny you should say that. I'm not happy with that at all. So this is my first attempt at building something live. And yeah. Get Yen join us in a minute. He'll go, no, you don't build it like that. Oh, my life. Right, okay. So I'll leave that for a couple of minutes to dry. And we'll get these other parts ready. So 20 people watching. Make sure you're take the time and trouble to press like or dislike, depending on how you feel. Let me know, because it's good for me to know where exactly we are with things. Now, 10, where the hell did that go? Oh. Bit worrying when you look at something, you go, oh, I don't know where that bit goes. Well, it can't be done then, can it? Okay. Cool. So what we need is 14, which is on here, I believe. Which is that bit right there. So we've just been joined by Dave Boyston, Facebook user, and he's watching on the Officer's Mess, obviously. Welcome. Nice to see you there. Thank you for saying hello. 20 people watching. Make sure you say hello. Make sure you interact with one another. It's not all about me waffling on. You can talk to one another, of course. It's always a good thing to do. So we're going to put that bit there. We need 12, which are these bits here. Those bits. So how's your Monday been? What have you been up to? Are you coming home from work? Are you getting ready to go to work? Are you furloughed or stuck at home? Tell me what you're up to. So, oh, Stuart said he's a better go. First train turned up. Keep well, everyone. See you soon. Yep, see you soon. Thank you very much for popping in. You can always watch this on the replay, by all means, if it's of interest. But it's better if you are live. But you've got to work, so you've got to work. And obviously, everyone saying goodbye to Stuart as he leaves. That's nice to see. Thank you. Okay. Right. We don't need to leave this for too long, hopefully. Take these off and we should be nice and dry. Or as good as dry. So what we're going to do, before we go any further, we cut those couple of bits out, ready for the next stage. What I'm going to do is very carefully with my knife, just go over where the glue has laid that we don't need. Take that off now. Do it as you go along. Makes it a lot easier job. Shouldn't be that much, if I'm honest. Although, you never know. Just go around the model very carefully. Obviously, whatever tool you use, I mean, I'm using a scalpel here. One that's blunt is preferable. Luckily, this particular scalpel, although you still can cut some stuff, is not sharp because I've been using this particular blade for other things I probably shouldn't use a scalpel for. They are the tool of my choice. Oh, look at that. And of course, you can always knock stuff off without meaning to, but that's okay because that gives us a chance to clean up the glue before we reattach that. So this was obviously the part that was missing, that wasn't missing, but now wants to be missing. Testing me. But yeah, obviously, normally I'd let this set for a little bit longer before I start mucking about with it, but we are thinking about other people and their live shows as well. So I'm just going to dab a little bit more glue on here, give this another go. What we will do is we'll use a little bit of glue, so it's on the underneath of what we just of the top of the cart. So we've got a bit of adhesion. I can't pronounce that word for the life of me, but you know what I mean. We've got glue in different places. So while it's wet, we will take the opportunity to have a little tidy up. And then what we'll do is we'll give it just a couple of moments to set. So yeah, a little tidy up. Don't want to leave too much glue in there. We can come back at this when it's dry, but obviously now is the best time to do it. If it just stays where it's meant to. And what we don't want to do, we don't want to put loads and loads of glue on here, because that will be difficult later on with the model. Okay, so I think that is in place. I'm just going to put a clamp on that for a minute or two and try and get that solidly glued. Okay, so cool. That's that bit. Let's quick look at the chat. So Graham's just saying, been a washout and I'm working with resin. I hates it. Yeah, resining can be fun. Frankie goes to Hobbywood. He's in the house. I didn't see you earlier, so if I missed you coming, I do apologise. But hi. He was at home today. Did a bit of painting of the lady for my Mazda. Indeedy. Model man Graham, last and only time I worked with resin, I had a basin of lukewarm water and used a knife and files on the resin while it was submerged. Good tip. Definitely keeps the dust down, because the dust is not good for you. And if you aren't using that method, make sure you're using something like a mask or something. Yeah, so that's a good tip. So Frank is just saying, from tomorrow on the same procedure as well as every day. Work. Oh, bless your heart. Bless your heart. Graham just saying that it's a resin cockpit for my 132nd Tornado, and it's testing my patience tonight as I have snapped a bit off and need to scratch build a very small piece. Oh, I feel your pain. I feel your pain. So there we go. 22 people watching. I've only got 4 thumbs up at the moment. I'm not sure that's the case, but that's what it's showing me. So if you haven't done it already, pop over and just press on the thumb up or down icon, just so I know that you like or don't like what you're seeing. Right, so where were we? So we're doing this. Now, what I want to make sure is see, the other reason I cheated and got the website up is because I can see the build and see what I've done wrong already. I haven't, but yeah. Oh wow. Okay. So got a little bit of wire we're going to have to cut in a minute or two. Let me get those bits on first, and I may come back to that. I might cheat and come back to that little step. Because I can't do that later. I'm a little worried about that. So let's get that on. Aha, I found number 10. The bit that I didn't think we needed. I didn't think we would have a spare bit. But there you go. So I picked this model up when I was at a show and just chatting with Yen. It was at Leacliff's. I can't remember which particular show it was. It wasn't. I don't think it was on Tracks. I think it was the figure one. A couple of years ago now. I loved it so much. I couldn't not get it. I've so been looking forward to actually putting it together. Yep, that's where that goes. so they can come back out for now. I'm going to put a little bit of glue on that. I promise my dirty fingers are just where the wood has been burnt. It's not that I haven't washed. Not this week anyway. Honest. Just in case my mother's watching. She wouldn't be watching, don't worry. And that goes in there like that. Very nice, very nice. I've managed to get a little bit of glue where I didn't want it, so we'll get a little pin. We don't want that to cause us a problem in a little while, because we're going to put some wire in there. So we'll just clean those out very quickly. There we go. So that's that bit, and then we've got another bit there, which we'll put a little bit of wood on. Do you know what? I am such a plonger. There we go. A little bit of wood on that. A little bit of glue, not wood. Oh, wrong way around. Yeah. Like so. Come on. Don't sing, James. Well, I say sing. It's not really sing, is it? Make noise unnecessarily. Can't really call it singing, can you? Not with that voice. So there we go. Those bits done. Now, the interesting part. Yes. I see. I see, said the blind man. Why for that not sitting very well? What have I done wrong? Done it the right way around. Oh, need a bit more glue, I think. Right. Didn't want to go too heavy. The heavier I go, obviously the more cleanup I'm going to have to make. And I don't want to make too much cleanup. It's a lovely little kit, this. And for something that's going to give you that little extra bit of detail, well worth it. Well worth it. Now, what worries me slightly. Now what I've done here is maybe the base of the cart should have been a little bit more to the front, because this actually sits on the base, or backs up to the base, shall we say. And there is a little bit of a gap there, but that's okay. We can get around that. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to put it up there, like so. Bop, 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 bop. Yeah. There we go. Just going to put this last bit on and then I'll catch up with the chat. I'm aware that obviously you guys have kindly given me your time this evening, so I don't want to ignore you. Because that'd be rude. So there you go. So obviously, by the amount of glue that I'm using, which is maybe a little bit too much, there are some holes in these pieces. So luckily, I've got a little drill set that I can re-establish those holes once we've got the glue is set. As long as it doesn't move like that. That was unnecessary, wasn't it? So again, what I think I'm going to do here is I'm going to put another clamp on and hope it doesn't move. I knew it would. Right, we won't put a clamp on there. Rat bags. Right, okay, so we need to put a little bit of glue. Joys of doing things live. This is the first time I've done this particular kit. I have done some other bits and pieces from Yen Models. I used their window frames in my church diorama. Firestone the Ultra Freedom, which is a build series on this channel. If you haven't seen it, it's well worth the look. There's lots of different techniques being used in that, and some great products as well. So make sure you check that out at some point if you haven't already. And what we're going to do is going to let that sit for a minute and dry. Now, as I said, I did a little bit of a gap here that maybe it shouldn't be a gap, but I think that's me. It's not the model. That's just me. So that's not a problem. Not a problem. We can get around that at a later stage if we need to, which I don't think we do anyway. So anyway, right, let's let that settle for a minute, and that's part 3 done. So over the chat very quickly, see what everybody's saying to each other. Lewis is finally going to bed by the look of things. Yeah, we're going to have fun, and you drive safely tomorrow. Get your head down. And Model Making Mayhem says 20 watching and 20 likes. Yay! Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I do appreciate that. When you do watch the video on YouTube, just, you know what, just take the time to, if you don't want to comment, because comment takes a bit of time and a thought, baby, just press the icon. It really does help everybody that takes the time and effort to do these sort of things. So good night, Lewis. Everyone's saying goodbye. Good night. Come on, guys. More likes. Thank you very much. We've got Modeler Phil. He's popped in. Hello, Modeler Phil. He says, hi, Modeler Mayhem and Nat. Yes, I'm the one of the 20 and light. Well done. Well done, you. I mean, my screen here has still got 4 likes, but that's because I haven't refreshed it. So that's all good. Thank you very much. I do really appreciate it. Squidgy Splodgy glue, says Bottle of Mayhem. Yeah, the joy of glue. And he's saying Jar Jar rude, or just plain rude. Well, if I ignore you, it would be plain rude, I would say, not Jar Jar rude. Anyway, so we've lost a couple, which is a shame, but you know, that's fine. That's all good. So we've done step 3. We're going to have a look at this step now, step 4. Oh, that doesn't look at all difficult, does it? Right, we'll move that one out of the way because we don't need that. Yeah. Oh, I say. So, okay. That one. That one's what we want. Let's put that one up there out of the way. So I'll put it all out here nice and neatly. I'm sure it'll be fine. Yeah. Right, so what we do need is we need part 26, which is one of these, I believe it is. So let's pull that out first, I think. Doesn't look at all delicate, does it? Oh, nice and cut through easy there. Let's hope I don't have a moment where I wish to go off air and speak loudly to the stars. You know what I mean? There we go. So what I would say to you is obviously this is delicate. So be careful. We don't want any broken bits. Steve's just sitting down to a curry, it would appear. He did say earlier that he was making curry, but he started it off on a barbecue. I'm not quite sure what that means. But maybe he can enlighten us in the chat. Looks very nice. He's just sent me a personal picture. Bit rude, isn't it? Make curry. Don't make it for everyone. Oh. Okay, so that's that one bit. I think we're going to be brave and take the second bit out as well. Fold it out nice and neatly. I'll move that out of the way. And this is the edges of our cart, obviously. We'll try the half plump blade. We won't cut ourselves. There we go, that's better. Okay, so we'll give that a bit of a sand down. Okay, so we've got our 2 sides there. And I've got a fly. Can you believe? Bear with me a second. You know I'm not going to get it, but it is going to bug me. Go away, fly. Fly away, fly. So, question from Modeler Phil. He's just saying, hi, James. Is that a resin-based PVA or PVA you're using? It is actually a Hobbycrafts PVA. That one right there. So I would say not. Says it's good for balsa, wood, styrene, MDF, paper, card, and fabrics. And the only reason I use it, to be honest, I've got loads of different types, but it's the way in which I can dispense it that is the winner for me. It's just so easy. And stop buzzing in the chat. It's bad enough with the one running around here. I think he's left. No, he's not into modelling. He's gone. That's whew, thank God for that. And Modeler Phil says, or you can glue his wings together. No, I'm not that. I can't even catch him, so gluing him is going to be a nightmare. Yeah, no, not a chance in hell. He needs his chopsticks. Yeah, no, I'm never going to catch a fly with chopsticks. Hiya! No, don't ever do that again, James. That's wrong. Anyway, right, okay, so that's sitting there drying. I'm just going to move this out of the way a minute, the instructions, because I can't really see what I'm doing, and probably you can't either. So let us tidy that up over there. Okay, so what we need, move them out of the way. Amazing, it. I got a really lucky. I'm really lucky with the room that I've got here, but it's still not big enough. What's going on? Okay, so 28 is the top one. 29 is the bottom one. Do that one. 28, 29. Okay, I don't really see how that helps me, if I'm honest. 29. What? Okay, so I would assume the longer one would go on the outside, right? That would make sense to me. We do turn it over like that. Turn it over like that. Right. Top one. Oh, I see. Right, gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense now. Read us the instructions, and all will be revealed. I'll just cut these two bits out. And one will go on the inside, and one will go on the outside. Like a saw. And that's actually cuts out really nicely, because the chances of me sanding that are limited, I think. But we'll give it a go. Oh, look at that. If you haven't got a selection of tweezers in your toolbox, I promise you need to get some. It doesn't matter how expensive they are or inexpensive. Tweezers are always useful. So obviously the reason this is a 2-week build is because in the crash we will be doing our first group build, which is the subject matter is for VJ Day. And then obviously in the Model Officers Mess we have got the air warfare. Yes, that's about to start. That'd be cool. Okay, so 28 is that one. So that would go on there like that. Now, that was handy. So what we're going to do is run a little bit of glue along there. Uh-oh. Concentrate on what you're doing. Oh, right, let's get rid of that, because that is not something we want to see. So now again, I may have been a little bit too emboldened with the old glue. So there will come a point, well, that will bite me a little bit. So try and mitigate that. We're going to use our pin again. And where we've got a few holes, we will try and clear those out of glue now rather than later. What I am going to try and do is I'm going to try and convince Yen to take part in our 2 for Plastic show when we do it, where we are going to interview model makers. Yen is a model maker, although he sells model making stuff. He is a model maker, so which is always good to see. Okay, that's our first side done. I mean, by all means, ask me any questions if you want to. I will try my best to answer them where I can. Oh, careful. Right, now I'm hoping. Oh, cat's been in it. So I would assume. Right, before we go any further, let's clean my fingers. I would assume that equally distanced. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to run a little bit of glue across there. I'm going to do this a little bit and then I will catch up with the chat. Momentarily. So I don't want to put my head down here too much. Turn over something. Oh, turn that way. Well, I think it makes a great deal of difference, but fingers. Your old fingers and thumbs, you know. Only on a Tuesday, though. I think Lewis would actually like this quite a lot because it's almost like having photo etch. Putting wood on top of wood on top of wood. I just know there's going to be a comment now about Lewis and wood. But I'm just not going to say anything. Let's have a quick look at the chat, see what you've all been saying. Yeah, I could set a trap, Phil, you're quite right. I could set a trap with surrounded by super glue, but I'd probably get stuck to it myself. And Nat's having a light bulb moment. Is he asleep already then? Knock him with a frying pan when he's asleep. No one will know. Is it bad I can see a resemblance now, Andy? Not sure what that's about. Frankie saying he's off to bed, off to sleep. Good night. Thanks, Frankie, for popping. I appreciate you coming in. I really appreciate that, indeed. So good night, sweet dreams, and all that sort of stuff. Making mayhem is just waiting for a damn it splinters moment. No, there's not going to be any splinters. He's all fingers and thumbs. Handyman he is. Yes, I am definitely all fingers and thumbs. But he's loving the fact that there's loads of oops, dropped it bits. And I think Lewis years ago used to build wooden matchsticks models, but it fizzled out when he got back into plastic models. Kangaman saying, good afternoon, gentlemen. I use gentlemen loosely. Okay, guys. Oh, I guess Nat must be an honorary guy now. Not that I'm trying to get anyone in trouble. So there you go. That's a chat caught up with. There you go. So that's one side done. Moving along. Move me needle. Otherwise, that'll be in my foot moment. That will, and that won't be pleasant. Okie dokie. See, if I'd done this as a video, this would all be at double speed now, and this bit's done at the moment, wouldn't it? But anyway, it's a lovely, calm little build to do. And this is where I look up at the time and go, oh my goodness, look at the time. I've been on for ages. And would you believe it? Actually, I have been on for ages. So it would appear that I'm not going to get this finished, am I? I just realised what the time is. It is 20:41. And we all know what's on at 9 o'clock. E-models! So we've managed to get on to step 4, and we're not far off from done for this evening. We got Archie joining us. Hi, Archie. Archie Boniface. He's watching us on the Model Officers Mess Facebook group. I don't think you realise, actually, just how much time you spend at the bench, do you? Because I really didn't think it would take this long to make this. I know I'm all fingers and thumbs and looking at the chat and stuff like that, but I really didn't think it'd take that long. But anyway, here he is, and this is what we're doing. Okay, so Or maybe it's just that I talk too much. What do you think? What do you think? Oh, hang on a minute. Is that the right one? This is the right one. Carry on. Why have they got more holes than that one then? I don't know. I don't know. Here we go. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick this other bit on the other to the side, have a quick look at the chat, and then call it quits, because I do not want to run over and interrupt the e-models guys. Obviously the schedule is busy all week long, and being a good neighbour, you don't interrupt other guys. Although I know there are some other bits and pieces going on tonight, so if you tuned in to watch this instead of them, I appreciate your efforts to be with me. And the last bit we're going to put on here. So while I'm doing this, I'll just quickly remind you that this is for a 2-week diorama build, just for fun. Oh, aren't we having fun? Yeah, just for me, really. Just so, because I've got nothing on the bench apart from a paper model. Okay, that goes that way. That way, goes that way. So like that. Like that. Like that and like that. Like that. Okay, so there we go. So what did we manage to achieve? We've managed to get a little bit more done to our base. We've got the base of the cart in now, and a few bits and pieces. That's all finished underneath. We've got some wire, some steps in here on both sides, and obviously fit the frame in. So there you go. It is 8:45. I'm not going to go any further. Rat bags. Let's have a quick look at the chat. Krangman said, I thought he was going to say Smurfs are coming on. No, I don't know the Smurfs. I've been a model maker for over 20 years, and back in the 90s, we had to make 20 of these carts with weaved sides for a 10mm scale for a 12 foot by 10 foot display. Wow. Was it this sort of kit? Do you have a kit, or do you actually physically have to make them? That's interesting. Modeler Phil. Modeler Mayhem saying, I'm at the bench for an hour, 6 hours later. Where did the time go? Yeah, absolutely. You're dead right. I am very much the same. And he also says it's time for the raving idiots. Quangoman Studios says I'm have to be self-isolated till after my heart procedure on Thursday, and then I go out and terrorize the world. Will you take care of yourself, and you should isolate for a little bit longer than that, I would say, but there you go. Anyway, so that's that. That was, oops, no, don't do that. It was all going so well. You were almost professional then. So there you go. So that's where we're up to. We've not got very far. It's taken a lot longer than I thought, so I do apologize for that. But thank you very much for tuning in. There's 12 people still watching. You've been with me for an hour and 18 minutes. Well done, you. Quaggerman's just saying, sorry, I disagree. It's only 3:47 here. Yes, it is. And Modeler Phil was just saying, had to make them by hand using 1,500 office personnel. Used 1,500 office personnel. Oh, I see what you mean. Yes. Okay. yeah, so there you go. I'm gonna wrap it up for tonight. Thank you very much for being with me. What I probably will do is I'll probably crack on with this a little bit more, and then on Sunday, if I can get all the components together, we can pop it together on Sunday in a 15-minute thing, so you can see how it looks, and we'll move on from there. Anyway, from me, James, the Model Officer, and the Model Officer's Mess, I'm going to bid you all farewell. Good night.